Hello, Lit Lane. Good evening. We are back yet again. I decided to go ahead and get this content on Lit Lane and focus my energies on re-getting this channel back in full stride. And then I'll work on adding Seymour Lane in. Right now, I need to focus on Lit Lane and the pit crew. So that's why I'm giving this commentary over here that I said I would be giving over there. So, anywho, I am Demetri Lit All Day of the Demetri Lit All Day channel, otherwise known as Lit Lane. Of course, if you're here and you're hearing my voice, I just know that you've done the right thing already. What's the right thing? I'm glad you asked. Please be sure to like this video. Please comment and participate in the chat and subscribe if you just so happen to come through here. What's up, Daniel? And you've never been here before, you ain't hit subscribe before, hit subscribe now. If you're catching this on a replay action, make sure you do the same thing. Hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know you came through. What's up, Daquan? Daquan, why you over there playing video games and got the nerves to have a red ball on your video? I was trying to see what you was talking about over there. But I couldn't red ball back. But I came through and hit the like button. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, as y'all know, Diddy got arrested last night. This commentary been going since last night, going. So you do not need me to fill in all the blank spots, okay? Y'all don't need me to do that. What I'm going to do is read this full indictment, number one, because I like to read. I like to read. So I'm going to read it. I have not listened to the indictment. I have not listened to a press conference. I'll do all that after I read this for myself. And I know it's going to be kind of long, right? And probably a little bit sometimes boring. But hey, I'm just glad you came through. Stick around for the get down. I'm going to start reading this sealed indictment that they just unsealed this morning. I do not know what was in the indictment because I've been busy and I have not watched anything. So I'm going to find out right now. Let me hit the comments. What's up, Sweet Plum? A lot of people ask you to leave it on or to cut it off. So I haven't read this. So it's the goddamn. The first big difference on this versus the lawsuits, I guess because it's an indictment. Damn, that motherfucker say the United States of America versus Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka PD, aka Love. Okay, defended. How would I feel? I wonder how I would feel. And I done had court cases, right? What's up, Winter? I done had court cases. I done had the state of Texas versus Demetrus several times, right? But baby, what's up, Room Shaker? How would it do you know how that's like fighting a downhill or uphill battle? Me, one person versus the United States of America. Bitch. Ew. I hope y'all had a good day. Let me get started here. I haven't read it yet. I don't know what's going on. Winter says a whole lot from all the different lives going on and the news stuff. It looked like a whole lot, but I'm about to see for myself. Grand jury charges for decades. Sean Combs, with all his AKAs, is offended, abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Now, we heard that verbiage when I read one of the lawsuits over there from that dude. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Okay. So pretty much they've been waiting, sitting around the world. They've been sitting around gathering up stuff for decades. Because it say number one, for decades. That's the first two words. Okay. So that means your time has come We didn't sat around long enough patiently on your black ass. And now is the time to strike. Number 2, Sean Combs operated his business headquarters at various towns in Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global, collectively the Combs business. Corporate entities in the Combs business, including, among other things, record labels, a recording studio, an apparel line, alcohol spirits business, a marketing agency, and a television network and media company. Therefore, number 2 saying he is a mogul with big power, big reach. Okay. Number 3, at all times relevant to this indictment with a capital I, Sean Combs, with all his AKAs, the defendant engaged in a persistent and pervasive, not persuasive, y'all, pervasive. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. What's up, prayed up? Pervasive. What pervasive mean? Pervasive mean all encompassing or something. Let me look that up. Pervasive. I ain't too much seeing that word. How do you spell it? Is that kind of like persuasion and stuff like that? Let me see. Pervasive. Let me see. Pervasive. 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 Let me see what that means. Pervasive. Oh, that's what I said. Spreading widely throughout an area or a group of people. Maybe I just know how to spell it. So he engaged in persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, and sexual. As part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. Boy, it say as part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. What in the hell make it highly orchestrated? You know what I'm saying? Like, what make it highly orchestrated? What's up, Black Pearl? Is that because of the background? Is that because of the money spent? Is that because of like the exclusive locations? Is it because of the selection of the sex workers? What make it highly orchestrated? You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. At times, Combs and others acting in his direction made arrangements for women and commercial sex workers to fly to Combs' location. And Combs' location is all these different places, right? That's why I got it in big capital letters. They talking about everywhere that he owned. Maybe it might be at the liquor store that he owned. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation and violence. Ooh. Lord, have mercy. Boy, we just on number 3. What's up, LaVon? What's up, Well Me? Hey, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I think the strategic planning of parties. Oh, wait a minute. That must be the second definition of pervasive. Hold on. Well, you got which word that is? Which definition you giving me right there? Prayed up, because I'm reading it on the other page, so I have to come back and see. And LaVon say, was there a script? Right, because it was highly orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit, you gotta pay attention to every word, because you best believe they paid attention. They meant something behind every word in this motherfucker, every comma, everything. Ooh, number 4, physical abuse by Sean Combs with all his aliases. The defendant was recurrent and widely known on numerous occasions from at least in or about 2009 and continuing for years. Combs assaulted women by, among other things, striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. These assaults at times were witnessed by others and included one instance at a Los Angeles hotel in or about March 2016, which was captured on video and later publicly reported, where Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman as she was attempting to leave. Ooh, that was a horrible video. When a member of the hotel security staff intervened, Combs attempted to bribe the staff member to ensure silence. Combs' violence was also not limited to these women. It extended to his employees, witnesses to his abuse, and others. Anybody could get it, okay? Prayed up say that is what made it highly orchestrated. So let's go back up here. Okay. This is what made it highly orchestrated sexcapades. Okay. The strategic planning of the parties. Okay. Yes, LaVon, the liquor store and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Number 5, Lord Jesus. He got an uphill road to climb. Uphill, however they say that. Sean Combs and all his alias, the defendant used the Combs business, that's all those different businesses, including certain employees, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial sex. Damn, commercial sex. These employees, including security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and high-ranking supervisors, and other close associates, acted as Combs' intermediaries. No, wait a minute. Intermediaries. I think it's the intermediaries. Yeah, that's how you say it. And their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business. Okay. The enterprise. Now, I think this when they finna start naming all the goddamn businesses like in that lawsuit. But let's see. The enterprise. Number 6. From at least in or about 2008 through on or about the date. Baby, they don't leave. Let me tell you, they don't leave not one stone unturned. They say from at least in or about 2008, somewhere around there, through on or about the date of this filing. Combs, with all his aliases, the defendant, and others known and unknown, were members and associates of a criminal organization. Sound like I'm finna hear some Rico. And I ain't talking about the barber. Shout out Rico the barber. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other activities, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotic offenses, kidnapping, arson, robbery, and obstruction of justice. Lord have mercy. Let me tell y'all something. What's up, Marcio? If I was reading this, right? If I just simply had the indictment, and it didn't name the party. It was redacted. All of the party name was still taken out. I would have sworn we was talking about the top boss in the mafia, okay? The Combs enterprise, including its leadership, its members, and its associates, they trying to get everybody caught up, constituted as an enterprise as defined by that title of the United States, 1961, all that shit. The Combs enterprise consisted of all his AKAs, okay, and his businesses include but not limited to Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global. Individuals employed by and associated with the Combs businesses, and others known and unknown. God damn, this goddamn indictment cover 20-some years, and it cover people whether they know you or not know you. If you had anything to do with it and they find out later, your ass is grass. Number 8, the Combs enterprise constituted an ongoing organization of whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the Combs enterprise. The Combs enterprise was engaged in and its activities affected interstate and foreign commerce. Ooh, that's what make it federal. The Combs enterprise operated in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere. Woo. At all times relevant to this indictment, Sean Combs, all his aliases, the defendant was the leader of the Combs enterprise. Ooh, the cost of being the boss, baby. This is what you call the cost of being the boss. Hey, Liz. The cost of being the boss, baby. Woo. God damn. Woo. Purposes of the Combs Enterprise. The purposes of the Combs Enterprise included the following. A. Operating a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries, including, among other things, record labels, a recording studio, an apparel line, alcoholic spirits business, the liquor store, a marketing agency, and a television network and media company. Preserving, protecting, promoting, and enhancing the power, reputation, and brand of Sean Combs, all his aliases that are defended as a musician, entrepreneur, and figure in the entertainment industry. C. Enriching members and associates of the enterprise, including its leader, Combs, and in particular, those who demonstrated loyalty to Combs and willingness to conceal his crimes. Ooh, that was a good one. I need to have my highlighter. Where's my highlighter? Yeah, I need my highlighter out for this type of action. Hold on, let me see. Where's my highlighter? Boom. Because this is a good one. Mm-hmm. Dang, I can't use my highlighter and my scroll down at the same time. Damn, they need to make a better highlighter. I gotta get another extension because that one okay. But I like this one right here. Let me highlight this. Oh shit. Because I might have to come back to this one. All right, so D. Preserving, protecting, promoting, and enhancing the power of the Combs Enterprise, including the power of its leader, Combs through violence, use of firearms, threats of violence, coercion, and verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. E. Fulfilling the personal desires of Combs, particularly those related to Combs' sexual gratification, including the exploitation of women and the use of commercial sex workers. Now, I think because of the known allegations, because of the previous lawsuits, because of the gossip and the rumor mill, I'm choosing to believe that every time they say women and the use of commercial sex workers, I'm of the mindset that they said that to include possible men. What's up, Mike Lewis, pit crew member? What's up, Buddha Bell? What's up, Saint City? What's up, Tamika McMillan, pit crew member? I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all come in and y'all don't see y'all at first, it's because I'm on the other page reading, right? But I'm noticing that they're making a distinct different what's hey child, this tooth make me can't pronounce shit, okay? They make a distinct statement of women and the use of commercial sex workers. So to me, I think they're saying the women and the sex workers, including probably men. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I'm reading this, right? So I might be wrong, but that's how I really feel, right? F. Enabling Combs and other members and associates of the Combs Enterprise to engage in unlawful acts of violence, including sexual violence, sex trafficking, forced labor, and interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion, and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics distribution, and other crimes, and concealing of the commission of such acts. G. Securing absolute loyalty from members of the Combs Enterprise, including through the acts of violence and threats. So I wonder, when you're the leader of stuff, right? I know this is a long stretch what I'm going to do. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I know I'm about to make a huge stretch. I know I'm about to go there. Okay? Stay with me. So, when you got an enterprise, you know, a source of industry, some type of business, some type of way of making money, some type of commercial deal going on, and you the leader, and you got different parts and branches under you, right? And you do some shit at the top and it trickle down to the bottom, you know, I'm gonna make this prediction. I predict within the next 2-3 years, 3 years at the most, somebody in the beef sector gonna get a RICO charge, okay? One of these leaders or let me not say just the beef sector. Somebody on YouTube in the next 3 years gonna find themselves in a motherfucking RICO case. Because they gonna be the top, and they gonna have all their little underlings and shit like that, and they gonna be doing shit all across and doing wire transfers and the money. Somehow, some way, I'm pretty sure somebody gonna get up to the level where they can, maybe not this level, but they gonna get in trouble behind this type of pyramid thing. Okay? Y'all heard it here first. Means and methods of the enterprise. 12. Among the means and methods by which Sean Combs, all his AKAs, the defendant and members and other associates of the Combs enterprise conducted and participated in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise include the following. Combs and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role at the Combs business to intimidate, threaten, or lure female victims into listen to this. Oh, let me go slow. Hold on. Oh, let me highlight this shit for future reference. Damn, why do I keep doing that? Damn. Look at this part right here. Let me read it. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I ain't read this. And I ain't listened to nobody else read it. Combs and other members and associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and prestige of Combs' role at the Combs business to intimidate, threaten, and lure female victims into Combs' orbit. Like he his own nucleus of a whole solar system, right? Orbit. Often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Combs then used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sex acts with male commercial sex workers that Combs referred to as, among other things, freak-offs. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated. Wait. Hold on. Freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. In arranging these freak-offs, Combs, with the assistance of members and associates of the Combs enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines and internationally. Freak-offs. I can't believe we reading the word freak-offs in a whole indictment from the United States of America. Freak-offs occurred regularly, sometimes lasted multiple days, and often involved multiple commercial sex workers. During freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances to victims, in part to keep the victims obedient and compliant. Sometimes, unbeknownst to the victims, Combs kept videos he filmed of victims engaging in sex acts with the commercial sex workers. After freak-offs, I can't believe that shit there, Combs and the victims typically received, wait. After freak-offs, Combs and the victims typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and drug use. Child, what's up, Bird? What's up, Chop It Up with Shano? Nah, I saw, how they be having that liquid, them liquid IVs or something like that vitamin C shit like that, and then it's like a cursor. I can't say it right. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a come to you type of service, right? And they'll come to you and they'll hook you up with an IV to some vitamin C after you done had, a long night party and shit, and you got to go get up and go to work and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So even just me and you, Chop It Up with Shadow, you can get somebody, out here in Houston, you can get somebody to come out to your house and shit like that and hook you up to some vitamin C so you can feel better and get moving. But you mean to tell me he had to set up a whole triage, right? These freak offs was at the extent where they had to basically set up a triage and hook up 5, 6, 7 prostitutes and sex workers and victims and shit to an IV in order for them to be able to get up out the house. My. Okay? My. Ain't you from Texas? Chop it up with Shannon. I think I'll be seeing you over there in the Texas groups. Excuse me. B, members and associates of the Combs Enterprise, including high-ranking supervisors, security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and other Combs business employees, facilitated the freak-offs by, among other things, booking hotel rooms for the freak-offs. This word freak-offs is killing me. Stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off. Bitch. Stocking the hotel rooms in advance with the required freak-off supplies, including controlled substances, baby oil, lubricant, extra linens, and lighting, cleaning the hotel rooms after the freak-offs to try to mitigate room damage, arranging for travel for victims, commercial sex workers, and Combs to and from the freak-offs, resupplying Combs with requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to Combs to pay the commercial sex workers, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluids. Damn! You know, about March 2024, doing searches of Combs residences in Miami, Florida, Los Angeles, California. Law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 a rack of bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Girl. Oh, I'm here in H2. Girl. Boy. Oh my God. So at this moment in time, P. Diddy by himself or as an enterprise is literally gonna turn the word freak off. That term is literally gonna become an actual criminal goddamn activity. You might get charged with freak offs. You know what I'm saying? They might actually start using this term. This is a whole United States indictment. You might get raided if you buy too many bottles of baby goddamn oil at the goddamn store. If you go up in there and buy like 10 bottles of baby oil because you know already you just want to buy and supply for your grandbabies are coming soon, you just get overexcited, you might end up with a goddamn investigation against you. All because of P. Diddy. C. Combs subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse to cause the victims to engage in freak-offs. Combs maintained control over his victims through, among other things, physical abuse, violence, promises of career opportunities, granting and threatening to withhold financial support, and by other coercive means, including tracking their whereabouts, dictating the victim's appearance, monitoring their medical records, controlling their housing, and supplying them with controlled substances. Damn, he was getting them goddamn STD checkups, giving them the drugs. You know, I don't know if y'all watch Mayor of Kingston, right? If y'all watch Mayor of Kingston, one of the little Russian group that was running girls and shit like that, they actually put monitoring devices in the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like trackers under the girls' skin. They prostitutes and shit like that. So therefore, them girls couldn't run and go no damn well. Y'all think P. Diddy put some trackers in the moles? Mike Lewis say, hell, before you know it, you won't be able to go to the bathroom to rub one out. Okay. Damn. Wait a minute. I got tripped out by he say controlling, supplying them. Hold on. Tracking their whereabouts. I wonder if he put them all, like if he put in Cassie a goddamn tracking device and shit. You know what I'm saying? During and separate from freak-offs, Combs, amongst other things, hit, kick, threw objects at, and drag victims at times by their hair. These assaults often resulted in injuries that took days or weeks to heal. Combs also threatened victims' careers and livelihoods, including if they resisted participating in the freak-offs. Can't say no to Diddy. Victims believed they could not refuse Combs' demands without risking their financial or job security or without repercussions in the form of physical or emotional abuse. Combs also used the sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating recordings that he made during the freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of the victims. So at this point in time, Combs is starting to sound like a mixture of Big Red off the Five Heartbeats, right? And like the Godfather or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the Godfather, but like one of the for real big time mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe what's his name? What was that man's name in New York? Damn, I can't think about it. I'll think about it. Frank Lewis, or Lewis something. Frank Lewis. I think his name might have been Frank Lewis. But he was doing all that racketeering and shit. D. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise, including Combs security personnel, at times carry firearms. On more than one occasion, Combs himself carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten others, including victims of and witnesses to his abuse. In or about March 2024, doing searches of Combs' residences, in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, the law enforcement seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 AR-15s with the face serial numbers, as well as a drum magazine. Damn, I think a drum magazine is like a that sounds almost like one of the movie type of automatic weapons. I'm gonna have to look that up later. But that sound like, let me look it up right now. Shit. Hold on, let me look it up. If I'm not, let me see if it's gonna look like what I'm thinking in my head. Drum magazine. Let's see. I'm talking about a gun. Okay. Yeah. Let me show y'all what a drum magazine is for the ladies who don't know. The men, y'all might know, but I did. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Share this tab. Boom. Okay. So he got all this shit up in the house, and he got a goddamn automatic gun with a whole goddamn round thing. This like a new modern day one of them gangster guns. You know what I'm saying? The mafia, the old time automatic, like some of the first automatic weapons. That's what that is, a drum magazine. Child. That's some scary shit. If I would have been somewhere and see all that shit and all that guns and stuff like that, I'd be scared too. E. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise enable Combs control over victims by following his directions regarding financial payments to victims, advancing or suppressing the victim's career opportunities, and acquiring the controlled substances Combs used to keep his victims compliant. Members and associates of the Combs enterprises at times witnessed Combs' violence towards the victims or the victims' injuries caused by Combs without intervening. Instead, members and associates of the Combs enterprise help conceal the violence and abuse by, among other things, assisting Combs in monitoring and preventing, thank you for the cash app, preventing victims from leaving locations such as hotels and Combs. Let me read it. Yeah, I finally got my goddamn alert to go on my cash app after about 2 years? After about 2 years. Frank Lucas, thank you. What I said? What I think? Did I say Frank Lucas or did I say something else? But Frank Lucas, you know, Frank Lucas is like one of the first black mafia head bosses that got racketeering and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And just like a little side note, but I'm pretty sure all y'all know, because y'all know we gangsters over here in the trio, right? On the lane. But I really believe that movie Fight Night on Peacock, that miniseries, I really think they basing that dude off of Frank Lucas. Lucas. I think that's loosely based around that because that's how Frank Lucas got in trouble when they went to that fight and they had all them goddamn they had on all them goddamn fur coats and them diamonds and shit with all them pretty girls and stuff like that. They really got him caught up. You know what I'm saying? I think Frank Lucas was an informant. No. Frank Lucas was the black mafia thing. He had a lot of movies. I think Denzel Washington played him in the movie. Child, and I don't think he was no informant. Mm-mm. Boom. F. When employees, witnesses to his abuse, or others threaten Combs' authority or reputation, Combs and members and associates of the enterprise engaged in acts of violence, threats of financial and reputational. Oh, that's the first time they said that. And reputational harm and verbal abuse. That's what I'm telling somebody. Bitch, you trying to cause me reputational harm. That's a new word. Okay, clock it. These acts of violence included kidnapping and arson. In addition, on multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects. Wait a minute. Wait. This shit ain't funny, but wait a minute. In addition, on multiple occasions, Combs threw both objects and people, as well as hit, dragged, choked, and shoved others. This shit is not freaking funny. I believe Frank Lucas informed on Bumpy Johnson. And hey, Renee. And Renee say yes, Denzel did play Frank Lucas. Let's see if Frank Lucas was an informant for Bumpy Johnson. Because you might be right. You might be right. We hate to think of somebody, what I'm saying, being a snitch. Frank Lucas. Well, no, I'm going to say was. Oh, hey, Google. Was Frank Lucas an informant on Bumpy Johnson?
Sorry, I don't understand, but I found something else.
What?
Do you want to know, did Frank Lucas and Bumpy Johnson know each other?
Yeah. Yes.
On the website reddit.com, they say, American Gangster was made in 2007, and while it chronicles the exploits of Frank Lucas in the late 60s and 70s, Bumpy Johnson was actually a mentor to Frank Lucas. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Okay. Hey, Google. Did Frank Lucas become a federal informant on Bumpy Johnson?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Okay. Hey, Google. Are you okay? Are you okay, Google? Google been tripping, child, but let me go ahead. So we're gonna have to look it up. I have to watch the movie again. With Combs' authority, but no. Let's not miss this part right here. Combs threw both objects and people. Can you believe that? Who stands around and wait to get thrown? You know what I'm saying? Who stands around and wait to get thrown? You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting here, okay, Renee, thank you. If I'm sitting here and I just watch this man pick up somebody and throw their ass, I'm not finna stand there and wait till he throw me. Okay? That's a trip. These people was really, really, really scared, or they really, really was drugged out their goddamn minds, right? Because once they send you home after you done had your IV treatment, after you done made some money, why would you go back? You know what I'm saying? You might not tell. It's not like a marriage where you in domestic violence or a relationship. These people had to go home. He eventually kicked them out the party. They go home. They fly back, get flown back, get flew out back to their houses and shit. They be having a little money in their pocket, right? Why go back? G, when Combs' authority or reputation was threatened by the possibility of negative publicity or legal or law enforcement action against him, including in or about late 2023, following public allegations of Combs' crimes, Combs and members and associates of the enterprise pressured witnesses and victims, including through attempted bribery, to stay silent and not report what they experienced or knew to law enforcement. On phone calls, Combs and other members and associates of the enterprise, among other things, provided these victims and witnesses with a false narrative of events in an effort to conceal Combs' crimes. Combs caused these calls to be recorded on at least 2 occasions. What? Combs caused these calls. That don't make sense. Combs caused these calls to be recorded on at least two occasions. I guess maybe he wanted to have him recorded. I don't know. Now here we go with the racketeering, right? Okay, we're gonna go through this one. Now, this is a bunch of legalese. From at least in about 2008 through on about the date of the filing of his indictment in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, Sean Combs and all his AKAs, the defendant and others known and unknown, being persons employed by and associated with Combs Enterprise, described in paragraph 6 through 12 of this indictment, and enterprise engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed together and with each other to violate the racketeering laws of the United States, to wit, Title 18, United States Code, Section 1962, parentheses C, that is to conduct and participate directly and indirectly in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs Enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity as termed and defined in Title 18, United States Code, Section 1961, 1 and 1961, 5, consisting of A, multiple acts involving kidnapping, chargeable under the following provision of the state law. You can look it up, California P. Okay. B, multiple acts involving arson, chargeable under the following provisions of the state law. Look like they charge him under a lot of California shit. Because right now, all these right here say California. Okay. So I'm thinking, and I don't know, you guys may know because maybe y'all been paying attention. I haven't. You know what I'm saying? I just know he went to jail. I pulled this up and said I was going to read it over here. Right? So that's why I'm acting brand new. I'm just not reading it. Right? So I'm going to come over to the studio so I can see what y'all saying. Right? Answer me this. Riddle me this. Did they file this indictment in California? I wonder who's going down. Well, according to this indictment, persons known and unknown. Right? But I'm wondering, because of all this California deal, the feds did raid. Wait a minute, the feds did raid his California home. But remember, when they raided California home, they also raided his other residencies. How you say that? Residences or residencies? I think it's residences. They also, at the same time, raided his other places, right? What's up, Victoria? So, yeah, I think we got word first about the California. Then we start finding out about the raids that was going on simultaneously on the East Coast, right? So I'm thinking, because they really they also raided his Miami home, right? So let me ask Google. Hey Google, what state was the indictment of Sean Combs, aka P. Diddy, filed in?
Southern District of New York. On the website CNN.com, they say, the indictment from the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York charges Combs with 3 counts: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Okay, thank you. So, damn, that's funny that they saying, let me keep reading. So, they filed the actual indictment that I'm reading in New York, but they are naming all his locations, right? They naming all the places that he got, the different places, right? So, as I keep reading, I wonder if they're going to repeat some of these charges in New York and stuff, right? The reason why I asked that question, because right now they're citing a lot of California code, right? C, multiple acts including robbery, chargeable under the same California codes. Multiple acts indictable under Title 18, United States Code. One moment. Let me call you right back, friend. I'm on live. Okay. All right, friend. F, multiple acts indictable under Title 18. God damn. Oh, they say right there, relating to sex trafficking. And the other one was relating to forced labor. G is multiple acts indictable under relating to transportation and inducement to travel for purposes of prostitution and other illegal sex activities. Just how they did like with the crack and shit like that. And how they started doing those different making the charges bigger. It's the same way they doing under the deal of sex trafficking, right? And that's how they able to get more time for like for pimps and shit like that, right? And the panderers. At one point in time, before they was actually calling it like sex trafficking, and before they was talking about going interstate, then a pimp or something like that would be able to get off with smaller charges like pandering, right? They wouldn't get these like big time cases. They had to do it under the sex trafficking across interstate so them charges can stick and be bigger, right? It is funny. And they say they were actually supposed to arrest him today. I think Diddy was going to try to leave, but they tricked his ass and picked him up last night. Went to say, yeah, they probably had to trick his ass. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember when they did that simultaneous raid on all his places that we talking about? Y'all remember they picked his ass up at the goddamn airport. Y'all remember? Thank you for the cash app. Let me open it up and read it. Because, child, y'all giving me a lot of information. Let me see. I'm so glad I got my little notification fixed. Now I can read the... Oh, it took me 2 years. Oh, let me push pause. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be back, girl. Let me see. I guess they're listing every possible charge, state and federal, to cover every victim. Hell yeah, because you got to remember, they even saying known and unknown. Okay? They are literally saying known and unknown, just in case they miss something, just in case something else come up. Oh, look at these drugs, y'all. 8. Multiple offenses involving the possession with the intent to distribute or distribution of narcotics and controlled substances, including cocaine, oxycodone, aprazolam, 3, 4, methylenedioxymethamphetamine. Oh, Lord. 4, bromo, 2.5, dimethyl gamma hydroxyboric acid, and ketamine. Okay, in violation of Title 21 United States Code, Section 841, all them letters, and 846. Okay, now let me know this. What's up, friend? How I did with them drug words? I think I did good as hell, right? Did y'all see me pronounce that 30-letter word? I don't know if y'all caught me pronouncing that 35-letter word. Did y'all catch that? Methyl. Wait a minute. I should have left with that one time. Methylenedioxymethamphetamine. I wouldn't take no drug that got that many letters in it. Okay, somewhere between the M and the E, you got problems going on. That's too much stuff in one place. 14. It was a part of the conspiracy that Sean Combs and all his aliases, the defendant, agreed that a conspirator would commit at least 2 acts of racketeering. Wait. Agreed that a conspirator would commit at least 2 acts of racketeering activity in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise. So who is the conspirator? I want to know who the conspirator is. Okay? Oh, this might tell it right here. Girl, I'm reading this indictment, child. We almost finished, so y'all. Notice of special sentencing factor. 15. From at least in or about 2009 up to and including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere as part of his agreement to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of the Combs enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity. Sean Combs, with all his aliases, the defendant agreed to in and affecting interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruit, entice, harbor, transport, provide, obtain, advertise, maintain, patronize. Not patronize, patronize. That's not patronize, that's patronize. And solicit by any means a person knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion as described in Title 18, and any other combination of such means which would be which be used to cause the person to engage in commercial sex act in a violation of all these titles. Damn. I just read all that shit and I don't know what none of that means. Let me try to break this down. Notice of special factor. Okay. So from all this time, okay, 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 in effect, knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means a person knowing in a reckless disregard of the fact that means of what the hell does that mean? Is this the sex trafficking? Because right here it's a at the last sentence it say would be used to cause a person to engage in a commercial sex act. So I think all that legal leads was saying, "Oh, I did good. Hey, hey." But I think all this whole special sentencing, all that what they saying, I think that all this goes to the sex trafficking, right? So they are not leaving no crumbs, right? They covering everything. Well, shit, they say count two sex trafficking when count one. Well, damn, what was count one? The racketeering. Okay, okay. Damn, that was just the racketeering. Count two short. Count two sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Victim one. The grand jury further charged 16 from at least in or about 2009 up to and including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere, showing Combs and all his AKAs, the defendant, in and affected interstate and foreign commerce, knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, provided, obtained, advertised, maintained, patronized, and solicited by any means a person knowing and in reckless disregard of the fact that means of force, threats of force, fraud, and coercion, as described in Title 18 United States Code, Section 1591, and in any combination of such means. Damn. They say, look here, we going to cite this code, and we going to also throw in and any combination of it, okay? Would be used to cause the person to engage in commercial sex act and attempted, aided, and abetted. Oh, I love that word. Aided and abetted. I didn't told people here on YouTube when they be having them fraud ass people on their channels and stuff. Y'all heard me say, you over there aiding and abetting that trifling tramp. Y'all didn't hear me say that a lot of times. Aiding and abetting. I like that term. And willfully caused the same to wit Combs recruited, enticed, harbored, transported, and maintained a person, victim number one, and attempted, aided, and abetted, and willfully caused victim one to engage in commercial sex acts, knowing in reckless disregard for the fact that victim one was engaged in commercial sex acts as a result of force, fraud, and coercion. So I wonder if victim one was that chick from Danity Kane, because it can't be Cassie, right? Because victim one, do y'all think they can include Cassie in this federal indictment, even though she already had a lawsuit and won? Do y'all think that's legally possible? You know, now that the state, the country has made these charges against Diddy, can they include Cassie, even though she got money, big money? Yes, yes. Damn. So you mean to tell me the government sat back all this time building this case, sat back, let him spend out these hundreds of millions of dollars in settlements just for them to come in and double dip? Wouldn't you think that was double jeopardy? So y'all saying yes. LaVon say absolutely. Shout out Rita. Absolutely. Winter said it must be because the entire hotel thing that you read at the beginning was her. Yeah, it was her in the hotel when he was talking about the abuse and stuff. But I thought they were just saying her as far as an example of abuse, right? But I can't believe that. I would think that would be some type of form of fucking double jeopardy. How you gonna file a lawsuit against me, say all these things, allege all these things, and we settle for $20 million just for a year later, they add your name to a list of other people's name and still charge me? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. God damn. R. Kelly didn't even have all this. Wait a minute. forfeiture. I think it's called, no, it's not forfeiture, it's forfeiture. There you go, boom. Forfeiture allegations. 18. As a result of committing the offense alleged in the count one of this indictment, Sean Combs, all his AKAs, the defendant, shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code, Section 1963, any and all interests the defendant acquired or maintained in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1962. Any and all interests and securities of, claims against, and property or contractual rights of any kind affording the source of influence or over the enterprise named and described herein, which the defendant established, operated, controlled, conducted, and participated in the conduct of in violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 1962. And any and all property constituting and derived from proceeds obtained directly and indirectly said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in the United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. So at this point in time, I think everything I just read right there, I think they saying right there on the forfeiture allegations that they finna take all his money and shit. Okay? Now, let me know in the comments. I'm reading. Do y'all think that's what that means? I think number 18 mean they get the right, if they find him guilty, to take all his money and assets. I think that's what that means. Okay? Went to say yes because of the visual proof. Pretty much. Yes, because the visual proof came out, which the entire world witnessed a crime. It was out of her hands once the video came out. A crime is a crime. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's kind of like the state just picking it up, right? Like the state just picking up the charges. Instead of the state picking up the charges, the whole United States and all its islands, including the Virgin Islands, shout out to my homegirls on the islands, okay? They pick up the case. Damn. They literally just slid in on page 12 of a 14-page indictment. These white folks then slid in. How they gonna take his money? Woo-wee. 19. As a result of committing the offense alleged in count 2 of this indictment, Sean Combs and all his AKAs, the defendant, shall forfeit to the United States. Forfeit. That means they, once again, anytime you see forfeit, you already know they finna take his money and shit. Shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18 United States Code, Section 1594, any and all property, real and personal, involved in, used or intended to be used to commit or to facilitate the commission of said offense, and any and all property traceable to such property. Any and all property, real and personal, constitute nor derived from proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in the United States currency representing the amount of property involved in said offense and proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. So what I just picked up this time, right? Check this out, right? Check this out right here. Including but not limited to a sum of money in the United States currency representing the amount of property involved in said offense. Wait a minute. Yeah, said offense and proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense. No. I just read something. No. Hold on. Include. I thought they were saying that. Okay, what I thought I just read was that they saying, yes, we talk about the money and the properties you have here in the United States, but even if you got money and we find it in the goddamn others got doggone foreign, like them foreign accounts and stuff like that, and they find them, that they gonna make him give that up too. What y'all think? Can they do that? And Renee say, if I'm not mistaken, Homeland Security picked him up. Girl, at the top of this indictment, it says, at the top of the indictment, United States of America versus Sean Combs and all his AKAs. I would faint if somebody sent me something and say United States versus Demetri. Right? Yes, they can. Okay. Did he put most of his assets in his mama name? No. But I don't think his mama name, his children name, his grandchildren name, I don't think none of that's going to help in this situation because of the fact It's saying this type of shit. It's saying, right, it's saying, look at this language they're using. Right? Hold on. Hold on. Look how they say this right here. Shall forfeit to the United States, okay, any and all property, real and personal, involved in, used, or intended to be used to commit or to facilitate the commission of said offense. Now check this out. And any and all property traceable to such property. Right? Traceable to such property. And then they say any and all property, real and personal, constituting or derived from the proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offense. So that means your mama, putting it in your mama name ain't gonna work. Putting it in your children's name ain't gonna work. Because if they able to tie any of this, if they able to trace any of that shit in other people's names in any way to the sex trafficking, and mind you, you got to remember at the beginning of this indictment, they literally named all his enterprises and shit, the liquor, the music, the studio, the clothes. They named all of that stuff. So by naming all of those things and putting them under the umbrella of just the Combs enterprise, boom, all together as part of this indictment, that means all that shit played a part in financing these charges, these offenses. And if he bought his mama a house and gave it to it in her name out of the money from his alcohol store, his liquor store, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna work. LaVon say, I'm glad because Diddy's mama ain't innocent. Ain't nobody innocent. But guess what? Because guess what? This indictment say to all parties known and unknown. Okay? Ain't nobody within ain't nobody who been within 200 feet of P. Diddy is motherfucking innocent. Okay? Anybody who had any dealings to do with Diddy, they better be acting like they was a goddamn victim. Because either you gonna be a victim or a goddamn perpetrator. That's it. Ain't no in between. Because in this indictment, they even went down to the goddamn cooks, the maids, everybody. He done made everybody a goddamn criminal. Ooh-wee. That's why they teach you when you're young. Don't hang around the wrong people. You get caught up in their shit. 20. As a result of committing the offense alleged in count 3 of this indictment, Sean Combs with all his AKAs that defendant shall forfeit to the United States pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section 2428, any and all property, real and personal, constituting or derived from proceeds obtained directly or indirectly as a result of said offense, and any and all property, real or personal, that was used or intended to be used to commit or facilitate the commission of said offense, and Title 18, United States, any and all property, real and personal, that constitutes or derived from proceeds traceable to the commission of said offense, including but not limited to a sum of money in United States currency representing the amount of proceeds traceable to commission of said offense. That's what they saying. They saying as long as we're able to trace it, if we're able to put, what's up, Fifi? Stevie J. Yeah, Stevie J caught up in it. All of them. And y'all know who else. And guess what? I hate to say this, but let me tell y'all what's a big difference. I don't know why I'm talking about, I hate to say this, but let me tell y'all the biggest difference between what was his name, y'all? Help me out. What was his name? The white man that was doing all this stuff had the same type of shit. The millionaire. What was his name, y'all? That when they finally got him in jail. But you know, Renee, I saw something now a while back ago where them girls say, look here, we ain't got nothing to do with our daddy, what he did. We don't support that shit. But his whole family, all his children and shit going, Jeffrey Epstein, thank you. The difference between Epstein and Combs, when this situation happens, what's up, Lady T? This is the difference. The difference is They not gonna care enough about puffy black ass and puffy associations, majority black asses, enough to do him off, get rid of him in the jailhouse. And he is not, being the narcissist that he is, he's not gonna sit up in there and off himself. Now see, Epstein, when he got brand up finally for all this shit that been going on of the same type of nature, and even worse because it was more underage girls, if it's such a thing as worse, right? Epstein case was public, girl. You got to remember, Fifi TV, Epstein, his case became real public. Remember when all of them lawsuits started coming out just like this? And remember, his was, when they did Epstein's, the reason why you might not remember that was so public is because all of them girls and shit like that all came together in a class suit. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't so many. With Diddy, it's so many people coming one after another, You know? But Kevin Spacey got cleared of all the charges. Kevin Spacey got cleared of all them charges that he had in a sexual type nature. He got cleared. But the only problem is, it's done so much, this is my new word of the day, reputational damage, that people don't realize that it's cleared up. I don't believe that neither of the sons are innocent. Well, shit, y'all remember in that lawsuit that we read that in that studio, his son in Puffy was in the bathroom with that man and shot him, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish this out. We on page 14 of 14. We done did good, y'all. Y'all done hung in there with me. Whoo. Substitute of assets. Uh-oh, that sounds interesting. Substitute assets provision. I think this answers the question right here. Check this out. 21. If any of the above described forfeitable, I wonder if that's how you say that. Forfeitable property as a result of any act or omission of the defendant, A, cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence. B, look at this, look, has been transferred or sold to or deposited with a third person, the mama now. C, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, overseas or something. D, has been substantially diminished in value, even if it got a little raggedy, still it's going to be counted. E, has been commingled with other property, which cannot be subdivided without difficulty. It is the intent of the United States, under all these codes, to seek forfeiture of any other property of the defendant up to the value of the forfeitable property. God damn. You mean to tell me? Yeah. They just said all that shit, mind you, right? They waited to page 13 of a 14-page indictment to start talking about the black man money, right? And I'm not making this a race thing, but I'm just saying the United States code with it, right? The last thing they say is, no matter, we gonna make an estimate. If we can't find, A says cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence. So what they saying is, even if we can't locate money, property, or something that was a potential estimated value, we still gonna charge you for that, and we're gonna make you give up some other shit in what we place the value to be. So that's like where me, I I'm over there telling, I'm repossessing all your shit, I'm seizing all your shit, I'm, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say, freezing your assets and stuff, right? Ain't that the same kind of deal? So I'm freezing all your assets where me, I'm freezing your accounts, I'm motherfucking coming and taking all your shit out your house and shit like that, right? And even though I believe I heard word around the curb is you got a set of some gold watches, right? Some Rolexes. You got a whole fancy collection of gold Rolexes. I didn't did everything. We didn't seize your money, close your accounts. We didn't we didn't foreclose or whatever they call it, took your property and shit like that. We didn't went through your storages, and I never come across that gold Rolex collection that I heard you had, and it was valued at $20 million. Even though I can't find it, I don't know where it's at. Just because I know and heard around the curve that you had a $20 million gold Rolex collection, even though I can't find it, I'ma still go ahead and hold you responsible for that collection for that 20 million, and you will have to find another 20 million somewhere to pay for that. Ain't that some shit? And Renee say that's what they want. They want to make sure he has nothing. Victoria say that means if he has bought his friends or family things, they will take theirs too. Exactly. Commingled. Okay. Commingled. Where that commingled at? Has been commingled with property which cannot be subdivided without difficulty. Correct. We're going to charge you with something. God damn. Woo-wee. Let me tell y'all something. Now, we didn't read the indictment. I'm going to give a little bit of commentary, right? I'm going to get a little bit of commentary. And Fifi, I see what you said, but I kind of beg to differ with you about the Jeffrey Epstein, right? And I only kind of beg to differ with you because of the fact that I really think that Epstein, you know, just like it took all these years, even though it was whisperings about the different stuff that Diddy did, it was the same exact thing with Epstein, right? It was all these whisperings. It was all these little small civil suits and shit getting quietly settled out. It was all these rumors, right? Over all this amount of time, all these years. And between both cases and both situations, Epstein and Combs, we come to find out they were sitting there building and building and building and building it, right? Now, Epstein, before he even got the indictment and stuff, like a year or 2 years, like for like at least 2 to 3 years before the indictment and all that type of shit, those cases and stuff was actually coming out. Right, and they was actually following them like in New York and shit like that, just like with Combs. So that's why the only reason why I kind of differ with you. I think maybe it may seem like Combs is more publicized and more public, we're more aware of it because it's actually in our community, right? We actually sit and talk about, we actually get more news down our feeds, down our streams that make us more cognizant of Combs, right? You know, that's what my thoughts, and you're more than welcome to challenge that, but I just kind of think that, right? And I just really don't think, I think with Combs, when he get, like, he locked up right now and he get up to the court and the trial and all that shit, they is not gonna find him deceased in his goddamn cell. Okay, he think too highly of himself to off himself, and these people with the power in hand, right? Uncle Sam and them, Big Brother, they don't care nothing about bringing down no black mogul and all his black compadres. That's my opinion. You know, with Epstein, you had too many goddamn, you had the member of the royal family. You had some of the Kennedys. You had goddamn too many people that mattered to the establishment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they had to get rid of Epstein. I don't think the same with Combs. I think they'll let the Negro make it in that court, and he gonna get strung up. He gonna be getting strung out, you know, flayed out in front of the public, castrated and everything else. And I'm gonna be there to watch everything. Went to say also Epstein had been charged with several things off and on for several years and always beat them. He had somebody that was he has somebody that actually was in high government positions that helped him through the years. Exactly. He was way more connected, and his scandals involved way more, you know what I'm saying? You know how them people do. They protect their own selves. You know, just like Combs and his people was trying to protect him, but his people ain't had the power and influence in the right places. Having power and influence in the entertainment business, having power and influence in apparel and social media and the music industry, that is nothing like having power and influence in government, having power and influence in the playmakers. dignitaries, officials. You know what I'm saying? I said it. Exactly. Just go ahead and say it. God dang it, I will. Epstein was too white, and all his affiliates and associations and his wrongdoings was white people. Combs is a bunch of black people. And the only reason why I'm comparing the two is that I'm predicting right now, I'm saying the only difference, right, between Epstein and Combs at this moment is that Combs is going to live through to see prison. Epstein didn't even make it to the courthouse. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Combs going to make it to trial. They didn't even let Epstein make it to trial. Okay? Bill Cosby made it to trial. R. Kelly made it to trial. See what I'm saying? So, this was real interesting, y'all. Mm-hmm. Real interesting. I'm glad. I can't believe y'all stay. I'm glad y'all stayed for me to read this whole deal. You know, it's always good to know it for yourself, see it for yourself. So now I'm satisfied that I know why he been indicted. So now that I done read this, the legal part of it, now I'm gonna start going around looking in the streets and get the entertainment value, right? Not the entertainment, but all the salaciousness, right? So one thing I saw in the headlines on YouTube, right? Because I don't read the newspaper or nothing. I read tonight. I saw some titles. I read the titles, and it was saying that Sean Combs got denied bail, right? And they say he got denied bail. No, I read it in an article while I was trying to pull this up. He got denied bail until his hearing, right? Because of the fact that he was trying to contact people named as witnesses. So he contacted one of them girls with the money crew or whatever their name is. He called that girl over 51 times in one goddamn day. You're welcome. Thank y'all for sharing and coming through it with me. You know, but hey, I gotta go wet my whistle because I am all read out. Okay, that's my reading for the next month. Okay. Yeah, Kevin Spacey beat his case. I looked that up. I looked that up. I think I looked it up because me and my honey was watching a movie, and I think I started saying something about he had sex cases or something like that, and that's what made me look it up, and that's what made me know that. M. Renee said yes, no bail. They think that he is a flight risk. Shit, he is a flight risk. Y'all remember they picked his ass up in that goddamn airport. You know what I'm saying? So this real interesting, y'all. We got to keep watching what all happened legally. I'm not gonna follow this case all close. Hell now. You know me. I'm more of a trial girl. You know what I'm saying? So in the next year or two, when they go to trial, if I'm still living and breathing, we will be sitting here watching it day by day. Until then, y'all be blessed. Don't be stressed. You can handle all the rest. Thank y'all for coming through. I will see y'all tomorrow in the Pit Crew membership for day 3 of the deadly daughter trial. Okay, we are covering the deadly daughter trial that's in currently going on in Mississippi. The case of the 14-year-old girl who, when she was 13, she shot and unalived her mom and tried to do the same with her stepdad. The girl called her homegirl over there to see the dead body. Then she jumped the gate and ran. Now she is claiming insanity. The trial has just started it, and us true crimers in the Lit Lane Pit Crew are covering it back in the Pit Crew membership. Okay, all right. He was ready to sell his mammy's house. Child, it's too late. Too late. All right. Bye, y'all. I'm out of breath. Good night.